Howdy, everybody. Welcome to another episode of your favorite dynamic duo, the demented duo, Nick and Knarf. I'm the demented, he's the duo.
That's right.
Because he's schizo and I'm just messed up. Anyway, welcome to another show. Today we got a great band for you. One of the real original bands who created the genre of country rock. It is the iconic Poco,
or as they were formerly known, Pogo.
Apparently that was their original name, Pogo, but apparently there was some copyright issue with something, so they decided to change it to Poco, which, how can you even think of this band being called Pogo? I mean, Poco is so perfect for them, because such a great Hispanic word. It's so southwesty and western sounding.
And they kind of started in '68 after the demise of Buffalo Springfield, right? And so they had members... Richie, Furay, and Jim Messina, of course, Loggins of Messina, Richie Furay, who started the...
he was with Buffalo Springfield too.
Also. And then you had, Randy Meisner was in this group, and he was eventually replaced by Timothy B. Schmit.
Can you believe it?
Gosh, the talent in some of these bands.
The movement in and out of some of these amazing bands from the decline and the breakup of other bands is just remarkable. Yeah, like Nick said, they formed in 68. Technically, the band stayed together with some original members after other guys left and kept playing till about 2013. They have something like 19 studio albums. They have something like 25 hit singles, a great combination of music. But the heyday was really from 68 to 73 because Randy Meisner left in 1969 and obviously joined the Eagles right after that. Jimmy Messina left in 1970 to form Loggins and Messina. And Richie Furay left in 1973 and joined the Souther Hillman Furay Band. So you see them leaving, and then the band still stayed together. Of course, Timothy B. Schmit left a few years later to join the Eagles as well. Yep. So you got this remarkable evolution of the talent of these guys coming together to play one kind of music, splittering off to make another amazing bands. Just great stuff. And we got 3 outstanding selections from the very best of Poco, and we know you're going to enjoy them all. And before we get into them, we want to remind you first and invite you first. If you haven't, please subscribe, hit the like icon, that thumb. It really helps us a lot. And share it with your friends. Tell them about Nick and Knarf, and please consider being part of the tribe. And for all our regular subscribers, thanks so much for being a part of everything we do. And we value you so very much. But we know you're going to get into this because we're caring for your ears. So, are you ready to kick into some Poco here, Nick?
I'm ready. It's a good feeling to know.
We are going to start with their first hit. A Good Feeling to Know is a good song, but we're not playing that first. We're starting with their actual first hit from 1970. It is You Better Think Twice. Here they are, Poco.
You better think twice about leaving me behind. Make up your mind about what you're gonna do. You know it ain't easy when your love hurts night and day. Oh, how you please when I hear you call my name breathlessly.
It's just up.
I'll wait a moment to surround you. Do not fear the song that makes you sing. It'll offer you wings to fly away, but do not expect to land if you can't stay. You better think twice about leaving me behind. Make up your mind about what you're gonna do. You take my advice. Oh, woman, you've got to choose. Take a little time. Got nothing more to lose. make it rhyme so easily. It ain't no sin when love is real. So come on and let me know.
That's Jimmy Messina there.
Yeah, miss him.
I think it's him on guitar too.
Think twice about leaving me behind. Make up your mind about what you're gonna do. You take my advice. Oh, woman, you've got to choose. Take a little time. You got nothing more to
Boy, you got to admit, man, these guys were just, they're iconic. They started a new movement in the United States of this country rock.
Absolutely.
And these guys were having fun doing this song.
Oh yeah, doesn't this song this sounds to me like a Loggins and Messina
Oh, it
song? I mean,
does,
I
really
could hear
much.
Kenny Loggins singing this song too,
Yeah.
but boy, you can really hear how the essential quality of each of the Pearson's talents who left
Yep.
went to be introduced into the new bands they were creating.
Yep.
It is really something that really stands out, and you could still feel the residue of like Buffalo Springfield and the
Yep.
other stuff, but they just took it and gave it more country hop, like country rock, like dance music, country dance music, but it's rock, and it's such a great sound. The other bands that were still doing, starting to do country too, was the Flying Burritos, but they were going to a more pure country sound.
Yeah.
These guys were still on the rock side of the equation, I think, more than the country sound.
And
but
then
it was
you
there.
actually, believe it or not, had the Allman Brothers kind of squeezing in there, you know, coming out and coming up with a little harder style, but still.
Definitely more blues-driven
But
style.
boy,
with that.
oh boy, it definitely is a genre that was very similar to
Just
what
coming out. What a great tune. What'd you guys think of Better Think Twice from Poco? Okay, let's move on. Leave us a comment, by the way, if you want. Let's move on to 1972. This is another big hit from them, just really iconic from the band. And Richie Furay leads the singing on this one. This one is Good Feelin To Know.
I need good loving. I always come home to you. You free my life. Time of the blues. Yes, I got that old time feeling burning deep inside my soul, and I am yours, and baby I'm home, and it's a good feeling old time feeling burning deep inside my soul, and I am yours, baby. I'm home, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Somebody loves you.
Timothy B. Schmit had fun with that song, too.
Oh, yeah,
right?
he could hit those high notes. Now, one thing I noticed right away, Nick, I don't know if you did, this is post Jim Messina. Now, didn't this sound more like a Richie Furay song?
Yeah.
I mean, really, you got the feel this is a Richie Furay song. So that is really a distinct difference to me. I mean, it still has the Poco essence, but you don't hear that Jimmy Messina influence the same way. But isn't it just a fun song? I mean, you get caught up in this thing. But they had introduced slide guitar more, organ. I heard the organ in the background, so they had some more organ music.
Yeah, and the guitar work was really nice in it, too.
Wasn't it
Would
tasty?
that have been Furay?
I don't know. It was probably him. Yeah, he played lead too. He could do it too. But, Jimmy Messina was a pretty strong force everywhere he went.
Yep.
I mean, he ended up producing and taking the final Buffalo Springfield album last time around when the band was really in tatters, ready to fall apart. And he pushed that thing through the production and got it through. So I think he was really making his mark and feeling it was time for him to spread his own wings and start flying.
I saw Loggins of Messina 3 times. 3 times.
I saw him once.
That's how much I love them. I mean, these guys, I saw them at Dorothy Chandler, I saw them at the Forum, and I saw them at the Amphitheater. I tell you, this guy's, Jimmy Messina was so unsung. You don't realize, I mean, how talented he was.
Yeah, and 3 of the guys of the band are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but not Jim Messina. Nick checked on that. It's kind of interesting.
Kind of weird.
Richie Furay's in there with Buffalo Springfield.
Meisner with the
Eagles, and Timothy B. right?
Schmit,
with the Eagles as well and with Poco, but not Jim Messina. Now, that's kind of interesting.
That is.
But anyway, we've got one. I hope you like. Well, by the way, I hope you really like that. Let us know what your comments. What did you think of Good Feelin To Know?
Did you guys ever see them?
I never got a chance to see them either.
I didn't see them.
Now we got a song which I really like, and I hadn't heard much of until I got the greatest hits and listened to it more and more. It's a song from 1974 after Richie Furay left in 73 to go form the band with J.D. Souther and Chris Hillman from the Byrds and Flying Burrito Brothers to form the Souther Hillman Furay Band.
Talent, man.
And so much talent. And this is a really great song from 74, and it's called Another Time Around. And this one has some great country rock stuff with a lot of slide work and tasty. And this is a real gem if you've never heard this one, okay? It's Poco without Messina, without Richie Furay, without Randy Meisner doing Another Time Around. tasty. Wow, what'd you think of that?
I absolutely love this drummer. Whoever this drummer is, man, he made that
Might have
song.
been Grantham. Might have been Grantham.
I tell you, I loved his drumming in
And
this
the lead
song.
singer, I was checking during the song because I didn't realize this was a post Richie Furay, and I knew it wasn't Richie Furay singing. It's Paul Cotton doing the singing with Timothy B. Schmit in the background doing the harmonizing. What a tasty song! You know, this really harkens to other bands. I was thinking this sounded a lot like Pure Prairie League later on, and also the Outlaws. Remember the Outlaws with High Tides and Green Grass?
Yeah.
I really had the feeling of that, but what a tasty slide work and lead guitar work. And you're right, the drums really add
I tell
so
you, he
much.
was so consistent during the whole song, and he was filling in perfectly. I thought he did a great job.
This is the kind of country rock that just gets you stomping. You know what I mean? It's so tasty. That influence of the slide guitar again, making music, rock music, takes it to another place.
And remember, this was historic in the 70s. Suddenly, we all started liking country rock.
Absolutely. It was everywhere. Even in folk music, America was singing it. Even though they were a folk band, kind of brought in country elements. Bad Dorf and Rodney.
Yep.
There was Loggins and Messina kind of blending, country rock with their kind of love ballads
Like
and
you
songs.
said, there was the Outlaws, Pure Prairie League, so many other ones. But these guys in the Eagles started it.
Once it got going in the 70s, absolutely. I think Poco and the Eagles were probably the biggest proponents and the longest lasting, probably, of all of them. But what did you guys think of Another Time Around from Poco? What did you think of all three of our selections from this iconic...
Allman Brothers, too. I still include Allman Brothers.
Well, the Allman Brothers
in that
aren't
style.
really a Western country rock. They bring a Southern country rock,
That could have been Dickie Betts playing there. I mean,
It sounded a little like him. You're right. It's not a typical Allman Brothers song, but it is a kind of a song Allman Brothers would do once in a while. No doubt about it.
And then all of a
mix it
sudden
in.
you had Bob Seger coming out, and so that they threw in the piano into the country. And
You're right. It was influencing all kinds of rock music, but really one of the undersung bands of the 70s, Poco, when you think about it, had some great songs with some great members and a tremendous legacy. You got to check them out if you haven't heard them. They were great, and we sure hope you enjoyed our three wonderful selections from this iconic band. And if you liked what you heard and you haven't, please subscribe, like, and share. What are you waiting for?
Can't wait to hear what you
Hit
guys
that
have
like
to say
icon.
about it.
Share us your comments.
We
We'd
appreciate
love
it.
to hear from what you think, and we'll get back to you. And all our subscribers, thank you again. We love you so much.
All right.
Anyway, we're going to head on out, right, Nicky?
Nick and Knarf's going to be signing off. Until next time, just wishing you love and peace, guys.
That's right. Baci a tutti. Peace out all. Bye-bye.